Hey, how you doing? So, I decided, it's David, obviously, and it's like my next update. I know Mary's done one since I did the last one of my own, but today's it's kind of a special day. I know most American people don't appreciate soccer as much as we do, or football, because it is using your feet and we call it football. Sorry. Anyway, England have beaten Germany 2-0 in the European Championship knockout stages in the last round of 16. And I gotta tell you, that feels so good. I was so, come on. It's the first time, if you're not aware, it's the first time England have beaten Germany in a competitive competition, in an actual full-on like European Championships or World Cup, since 1966 when we won the World Cup in the final and we beat Germany 4-2 in the final. So we've beaten Germany before in friendlies, and in like qualifying games, two major competitions, but we've never beaten them in a major competition since 1966. So it is massive. And any England football fan will tell you the games against Germany, even if they're friendlies, they're the most important games. It's probably like winning against Germany is the next best thing to winning a World Cup final or something like that. It's that big. And to do it in a European Championship knockout stages and 2-0, I'm just chuffed to bits. So I had to get that in. So come on, England. We face either Ukraine or Sweden next in the quarterfinals. So brilliant. Signs. Do people believe in signs? For example, now I know it sounds stupid, but I keep seeing 2 numbers or 4 numbers the same so regularly lately, and it happens a lot with Mary's text messages or whatever. She'll text me and I'll look at the clock on the text and it'll say 11 minutes past 11 or 22 minutes past 22, which obviously 24-hour clockwise, and just things like that. And I found this script I wrote I've written half a script, but I only had to write 3 scenes for a university project in my first year of university, which was nearly 3 years ago, long before Mary was even thought of to me. And the names that I used in the script were just random names that I picked that I thought would suit. And some of the characters in the script, when I was reading it to Mary, because I said, hey, what do you think of this script? And I started reading. I hadn't read it for a long time. It was 3 years ago I wrote it. And there was people coming up, these names coming up that were all related to Mary in her life, like Carol. I used the name Carol in the script, which is Mary's best friend. I used the name Bill, which is like her dad, or her father and stepfather. Mike, who's Mary's best friend's husband, was another one of my characters. And then to top it all off, I started reading about Mary, who was like the manager of a kindergarten in the script. And I'm saying, oh, so Mary said this, Mary said that. Hang on a minute, Mary. And I don't know any Marys back then. In 3 years ago, I'd never known anybody called Mary, and it's not the kind of name I would usually pick. I'm not sure why I picked that for that character, and it's just bizarre. It's probably nothing, right? Okay, here's another thing for you. When I was a soldier in Germany, we used to get tax-free cars, brand new. If you bought brand new cars, you got them tax-free. Now I brought a Lexus IS 250 Sport when they first kind of came out, the new shape, and it was a beautiful car. One of my friends referred to it as sexual chocolate. He said, David, this car is sexual chocolate. It was a beautiful car. Fast, looked good, comfortable, everything a Lexus usually is. And this was a sporty one. So it had a double exhaust at the back and 200 odd brake horse and sounded good and went like a rocket. So anyway, that was back in 2007. Now I sold that car in 2011. It's now 2021. I know you can do the maths. I know you're not daft. 10 years ago I sold that car. So where am I going with this? Well, I'm obviously packing up my stuff. My TV's gone. There's a big hole. By the way, there's a big TV-shaped hole in my heart because my big 55-inch TV has gone and left me, sold. Big TV-shaped hole in my life. I was gutted to watch that go, as well as my bike. I love my bike. So sacrifices, I think, for a girl who is well worthy of it, and most definitely well worthy of it. So. But you know all about that. I've covered that, and that's part of the story. I'm giving all that stuff up for this girl who's in charge of my future romantic well-being, shall we say. Anyway, getting back to this Lexus. So I have these holdalls. I have like several Army holdalls that I was issued with back in the day. And when I've moved around, some of them I haven't fully unpacked, because I get unpack, and I get to the bits at the bottom, I think, I don't need any of that crap, I'll just put that holdall away and leave that stuff in there. If I need it, I'll come to it. So I was going through one of the holdalls in the garage to bring it up here to pack some stuff, and I thought, look at all this crap that's in the bottom that I've never got rid of, let's just go through it and get rid of it. And I found this key. This is the key, probably never used because obviously I had the car from brand new, and I only tended to ever use one key, and I had the one key and one fob, two of these fobs I think, and a normal key as well I think. So when I sold it, I must have given the guy the fob and a normal key, and I don't know, I must have thought I'd lost this. I can't really remember. I have no idea what the hell this key fob, and these things are expensive. There's a Lexus driving around out there somewhere that this will operate. The one that I owned 10 years ago. 10 years ago, and this key fob was in my bag, in my holdall, which is the last place I put it. So I must have dropped it in there. I mean, who puts a key fob this size in a big holdall full of random stuff? This would have gone in my pocket and gone with the other keys, or it would have gone in a little trinket box or something, somewhere where I know where it is and I could get to it, and I wouldn't lose it. So that's bizarre. And what's even more bizarre is, after 10 years, and I've only ever owned one Lexus, after 10 years I find this key. What does Mary drive? A Lexus. You get what I'm saying? So it's probably nothing but signs. Do you believe in signs? Anyway, I've waffled on for way too long. This is supposed to be an update. I am how many days? 9 days. 9 days. Single figures. 9 days today. 9 days until I fly to America. Should have been 10 days, but Air Portugal, who I'm sure are very good, cancelled my flight and put me on a flight 3 days later. I said that's not acceptable. Look, I want a refund. So they refunded me, except not all of it. But anyway, I booked another flight, which is a day earlier. So I knocked a day off cheekily. So 9 days now to go. 9 days. I've sold just about everything. Like I said, the TV-shaped hole in my life. And my motorbike's gone, TV's gone, Xbox is gone. My slow cooker's gone. My kitchen scales I sold today. Electric drill's gone. Oh, so much is gone. So much. And I'm left with very little. So if anything went wrong now, and I move out in 4 days, 3 days, no, 4 days, 4 days I move out. So if anything went wrong, in 4 days, I would have nowhere to live, I'd have no TV, I'd have no bike, I'd have no Xbox. I pretty much have jack all. So wish me luck, really. So yeah, I waffled on way too long, I'm sorry about that, but 9 days to go. Very excited about it still totally crazy about this girl, and it's going to be one hell of a ride. This is going to be a good adventure. Take care of yourselves, enjoy. Come on, England.